do hope this is working. I haven't done this in weeks. I have to turn down the sound. I believe the phrase is "fuck it, we ball." And so, hang on. Ta-da! Let us begin. I'm in an actual shirt with suspenders. That kind of hurt a little. Tavern talk. I've been waiting for this game for, well, probably only months, but it feels like years. But hey, let us go. I am him. That's just who I am.
Once
I'm also
upon a
called Tom.
time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia. Not that far away. There was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Nothing good comes from saying those words. What's the worst that could happen? Quite a bit, actually. Oh, hello, Fable. Oh. Yeah, Hiya, Inky. How's it going? All fine and dandy? I suppose. Yeah, fuck. I'm already fucking with OBS. Whoa. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy. Yeah, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day, really. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better! I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. And I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? Did it, Fable? Did it do that? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Very. Oh, am I kidding? My life's as exciting as roasted nut. Not so healthy. Very thrilling in sauces, or as a snack. There are available the various types of nuts. Walnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts. I'm like, oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. Hey, like something would happen if I ate or not, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. As an adventure, no? I think that counts as a mistake. What you're saying is you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. You got the spice in your life, Fable. You need to start a romance drama. Clearly. Ah, oh, that's what you meant. Well, yeah. Yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. I like dragons. Dragons should be in everything ever. Just a lot of salt. Like bland soup. That's a case of boredom, I see. You know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? All too well. Like, life isn't bad, but it's also not particularly fun. You tried visiting a circus. Huh? Well, perhaps you could find something fun there. Probably. That's what all the advertisements say. I've never been to a circus. I'm scared of clowns. But yeah, maybe. Or into the whole circus thing, cause... Yas. Yas, Queen Slay. Yas, Monarch. Behead. I always think they have ulterior motives. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. It's scary. Yeah. Apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not telling of a tale? A confession of romantic feelings? You know, love songs? It's like 90% of all songs these days. But I sing of things if I never lived through anything. Make stuff up. Tried playing D&D. What do you mean? Oh, day in and day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forests I look after, but I get out there and see something. Like, for example... this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Perhaps it has a nice flow to it. Nothing actually happens in it. All I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Yeah, I haven't. Taxes, maybe? Well, I've never met one, so I can't say for certain. But I have a small suspicion that they don't do taxes. Pity based, but like, I don't think so. I'd love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern, discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. You know, get more people in the tavern. Business has been a rather, well, just a little bit slow, considering you're the only person here. You know, can you mention nymphs? Well, I'd rather you didn't. Yeah, I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll offer them their own jingle. Meantime, can I offer you a drink? I'd love a drink. The usual. Yes, please. That means a Swift Strike, in case you forgot. Thank you, Fable. Thank you for the reminder. I'm aware, Fable. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph, or do you want to be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a Swift Strike. Message received. Although... I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long, I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Sure, why not? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron and to summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Don't summon anything. I already have Andu. This is Andu. I love Andu. This is the drink mixing nook. Yeah, it's not that exciting back here. Just kidding, this is awesome. I love this. Hello, Andu. I haven't fed him yet. He will eat you. Stay away from him. He is mine. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in the journal. Let's have a look. Yes, I pinned your order, Faye. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I just check my detailed notes. I do keep a log in just in case. When I'm sure of what I know... When I'm sure of... Sorry, I can't speak. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse the recipes. Can you just freehand mix something and see what sticks? Yeah. No, I can't. I'd like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to the recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk, draw it on the board. If you pick the wrong one, I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. The ingredients are sorted in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. Yeah, I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo a drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. I love him. There is no thoughts in that brain of his. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. I say I don't need to bore you with all the magical details. Just try making a drink. You got this. Right, channels, Swift Strike. High dexterity. We draw that on the board. This is a oh god. Sorry, I'm going to be petting Andu for the rest of time. This is the stream now. Eyes light up. Right, the drinks. Sorry. We just kind of pour that in. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Swift Strike also takes a little bit of intelligence and a little bit of defense. Ta-da! I am definitely not also taking the opportunity to pour myself a drink. That would be very irresponsible as a, you know, tavern keep to drink an alcoholic drink every time my patrons order one of my magical potions. That would be a death sentence, because, you know, I have so many patrons, and, well, taking an alcoholic drink every single time one of them orders something, that might be a mistake. Ding! Voila! The Swift Strike. It actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I just thought you were very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give it a taste. You did make that. You made that. Yep. Thanks for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, are you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories. But what? Never mind. Fable. Oh, hello. How can I help? How can I help? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Alright. Spoken heart. Wait, did I accidentally insult him by saying he needed more charisma because he wasn't talking? Oh. Well, let's just make the drink, shall we? Well, let's just hang on, and voila. Hang on. Oh, I can't pet Arndo in this state. Oh, shame. Actually, no, hang on. There it is. There's my boy. Once again, you know, as a proper tavern keep, I am not taking another alcoholic drink. That would be foolish, and dumb and stupid, and, you know, a great way to spend the entirety of tomorrow hunched over a toilet on my bathroom floor. Ding! This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the loathsome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Fine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. All the birds and the trees, we keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yeah? Oh, not really. But to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like a bliss. I want to be brave and strong. I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. And you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching, then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That'd be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thanks, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. That's a little sad, actually. Oh, I love that moonlight. Oh, hello. How may I help you? Greetings, traveler. How may I help? You own this establishment. Last time I checked, which was 3 minutes ago. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Kier Lin. Call me Kier, or Lin, couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Kier. Lin, what can I do for you? Have something to drink. You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. You want one? Have a look at the notice board. No quests for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Trigarin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? News to me. We got the Banshee and a werewolf. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade. And that one was far south of the Erove. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought werewolf hype died alongside that one romance novel. The one with the vampires. I think so. No, they just split society into two camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. I'm not in either camp. Twilight is not my cup of tea. Which one are you in, Keep? I have a problem with immortality, just as a concept, so I have to go with a werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp, more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes. That's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass for a werewolf? Yes. All the time. At least twice a day. The only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. That's why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself. Yeah. Oh. I'm afraid he might look too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying the fella. Interesting, interesting. Golden mind. Do they? You know, hunchbacked, hairy, crooked teeth, British. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Noted. Though I hope I don't have to come across that problem. The Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? But I thought Van Helsing was only after vampires. Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yep. Right. Anything else that might help others get the job done rather swiftly? Fetch. Fun? Me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog. Trust me. Is it rude to try and want to try it on her? Him? Her? Them? Good to know. Thanks, Kia. Lin. Not hard. Either Kia Lin, Kia, or Lin. Where's my option to continue going Kia ... Lin? Where is it? Come on. Gotcha, Lin. Alright, Chief. Got a name, or is it just Inkeep? Just Inkeep for now. Not hard to get, I see. Well, Inkeep. Then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? Or take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. Don't you dare give me any of that watered down stuff. So, strength was it? What about the Southern Ruler? That's defense, and that's intellect. Gotcha, gotcha. Whole lot of strength. That is strength, yeah, because that's defense, intellect, dexterity, charisma. That is definitely strength. 1, 2, 3. Then we need just a little bit of dexterity and some defense to top it all off and properly make the Southern Brawler. Anyway, Andu, put the sign away. Thank you. I love him. Yeah. Definitely not pouring myself a drink. No. I don't have the stocks for that. Are you kidding? I'd go out of business if I took a drink with every patron. I'd be a fool. Ding! I love going ding. It's such a fun sound to make. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Although they are made with, like, sort of potions, and there's probably water in the potions, but, like, yeah. I mean, yeah. Not bad, just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashton Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. Won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No, I won't. There's no one else here and I get bored easily. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. So a necromancer that's reviving snails? Why snails? Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. Oh yeah, no, that makes a bit more sense. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself? Something like that. Ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. Was one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. Just going to open old wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. Past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Noted. Alright, well then. Find any more rumors for me, or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I could always use the money. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure. More work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you do know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go with waste. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all of the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written in my journal, so I don't forget. But I think the next best step would be sort your matching snippets onto the quest page. Ah, well you can see which is matching because they're like the same color and stuff. That's neat. Drag them over, make sure they're all from the same quest. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help then. Put it on my tab. That's not how that is gone, isn't she? Works. Good night to you too, I guess. Alright then, let's assemble this quest, shall we? A 1, a 2, and a 3. They all have the sort of same background, same sort of fire drawing. So you press the quill, they're all the same. Ta-da! I have to feed Andu the beans. I think those are coffee beans. I don't know, they might just be dirt. He's a little weird. Part 2. The Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. But I really hope they make it into like a D&D setting that you can actually play in. Oh, hello, Fable. Hmm? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Trigarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. The quest was made after you left. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Probably one good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe. Just maybe, really. No, not just maybe. Okay. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. Then I step into the old tavern, and the quest practically jumps out of me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near the forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got certain arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I'd have to go on a quest. How quests work. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But not that it would really matter, because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Abel? Yeah? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you, Fable. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. And no one else. Ah. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. Just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for the song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, protector of the woods, the world, the worms. Worms? They seem like they need protecting. Yeah. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, I start to think more deeply about what might happen. All my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. At least they're still inside you. Sorry. There's something making you feel like you might fail. Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf. We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. It might not. Well, the heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why no one wants to spend time with me. How did your first encounter with a Hydra go? Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dreamplane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it had fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just sat down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked right at my biscuits, then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are changing as Leviathan seas. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this will be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answers, so I left. I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore. I ran back, apologized, and begged it for an answer. It turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Mood. Did you get it some? Yeah? What went wrong? Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Suppose you have a point. I always have a point. That is why I own a tavern. Although I do have to ask about the Mary Morgan incident. Not Morgan, just Morgan. The Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God a word didn't get around. My very first adventure, a chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant in Pregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why are you so nervous? New people! Seasoned adventurers! One stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth! I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. Mood. How did it go wrong? I felt that condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in those woods before. This time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbacks of the Shivermere. Home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if he really differentiates between genders, though. Noted. For some stupid reason, I led them right into our arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature. We finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still a laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quagmire Mangrove. Noted. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Are you the reason that my tavern isn't getting a lot of business? I mean, no offense. Sorry, that was really mean. Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone will pass it by, except for me. I get caught on it and rip my coat. That happened once. Once? I wish it had been just once. It's like my life only follows the path that's most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go. Like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. Too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety whenever I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Just a guess. Like a baby. All day long. When I plucked them, they kept releasing the spores, and I started crying all over again, and everything went wrong. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. It just occurred to me that my OBS stock probably is still broken. Just have to make sure through a separate thing that nothing's been going on in chat. Anyway. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fail. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make myself a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. So silly sometimes. Can I pet the bird? Can I click the bird? Oh, sorry, I was fully distracted by the bird. So silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting other flowers makes them a little... I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you, if you chose not to run away. You seem assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. Apparently. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes? You like spending time with me? Yes, Fable. I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Because I get very lonely. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. Likewise. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. Better not go anywhere. Not planning on it, and I don't think I can. The tavern might have legs. It's anything about like the last tavern. We don't talk about that. Anyhow. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. How can I not be? Everything I touch falls apart. You know, that isn't true. Alright, I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, I just seem to get smaller. You also made a good swift strike yesterday. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. Why would you want to grow zucchinis? So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest, for example. Don't you think I'm a little under level? Only one way to find out. You think that'll change by you sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help these people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? Best thing you can do is try to help them. More hands are better than two. So what if another better swings by, and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? More hands are better than two. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. Perfect people don't exist. And think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. Yeah, maybe. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, Fable, the great gardener and, future hero. Charmer of nymphs. I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Yes, you did. Leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your quest? Yes. You have something that can make me more nimble and quiet, so that a werewolf won't see me coming. Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lycan after all. It only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I leave the choice up to you. Make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. Of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat meat mixing. Well, well, well. In an ideal world, I'd have, one that has a bit of both. a bit of charisma and a bit of dexterity in a perfect world, but you know, faction doesn't exist, as we've already been through. So, going with the theme of trying something new, you know, instead of going with an old favorite, we'll try a new drink. One with charisma. The Spoken Heart. And maybe if she returns, we can give her her favorite of the... No, them. Their favorite. Sorry, I'm bad at this. Existing. We can give them their favorite of the Swift Strike. You know, because trying too many new things can be overwhelming. They can return to, you know, some familiarity. Sorry, I've been, clicking my knuckles. This should do it. Thanks, I feel so much better. Braver, but bumming. And that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Traegerin, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that. Sure, everyone could use that. Just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because with your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. Try. Have some faith in yourself, Fable. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I'd have to think it properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so... So? I brought you some phoenix chilies for my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will, thank you, Fable. The very thoughtful gift. An infusion of phoenix chilies probably gives, like, the ability of fire resistance and extra defense, right? Fire resistance? Since I'm waiting on another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. First, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I shall see you later, Fable. Oh, Fable will be alright. Hope they don't run into a clown. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable, the mighty hero, and their best friend, the magical clown Dribbles. Doesn't that sound good? Oh. Hello. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, yes, I get it. Drinkable. Could you try being more specific? The Spoken Heart one tasted fine. Thanks. Fuck, I forgot. I forgot to not take a drink with the previous Spoken Heart. I'm actually drinking alcohol. The drinking game is take one shot every time you make a drink. Don't do this with anything above 20% alcohol. Yes, it would be foolish of me to take an alcoholic drink with my patrons. Would have run me out of business. would be a good time, hopefully, theoretically, possibly. Hang on, just a charisma up 3. Yep. I'm gonna have to pet Ondu. Oh, he's such a little guy. Oh, I love him. What if I changed up the order? Instead of doing all 3 charisma, we do a little bit of strength. And then charisma to top it off, huh? How about that? It's still the same drink in the end, isn't it? Oh well. Spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Can I get you 3 anything? Some bones from the slime, perhaps? Careful, you'll step on my cape. Gosh. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not one of those empty babblers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they be giving you some more dialogue options than most. That don't convince me just yet. Sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. You probably forgot to give you enough intellect. It wouldn't surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No? But I can assure you, I'm different from your average background character. I own a tavern. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you. Though I should let you know, I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder. Is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. A green fellow on his shoulder is news, or what's left of it. And the rest of it's on you. Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for your story and names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquette Lesang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. What's wrong with Sir Alphonse Frederick Duquette Lesang? Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Yeah, gotcha. Red. Red is strength. The southern ruler, it seems. I'm not making another drink. Alcoholism is bad. That doesn't mean alcohol itself is bad. But like, don't indulge too much. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm crazy. Then again, who isn't these days? Also, I'm slightly ill and my nose is being blocked, so if my voice changes at any point, that is why. Can I feed some to Andu? I can! Oh, his little tail is wagging. Don't you need to breathe? Oh god, am I waterboarding Andu? I'm a pet. Anyway, a little bit of this. With that. I'm sorry. Red. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And, whom may I offer the second drink? Rare Frost Grip. Nice to meet... Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable. Tough like a mountain, or the caves of one of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Oh. Working in retail, even in the fancy world, still gets you these kind of customers, eh? Am I an asshole? Oh, I might be. That's concerning. Peachy. Alan, they wanted a frosted lagoon. Durable. Tough. Like a mountain, or the caves of Ur. I think it was. Oh, bunch of toughness in there. And then a pet for Andu. Very important. And another pet for Andu. Oh no, it's not time. Okay. Ding! I've got to pet Andu again. No! It was very important. The taste of just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are ye hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. It's like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. Oh, Rhea, Kyle, what about the, ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dulvimer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by me side. There I was, minding my own business and digging for some good stuff, you know. Nice pun. Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. And a real big old pile of gold. And suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Could we perhaps go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye? I don't know what this accent voice I'm doing is, but whatever. Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyway, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but that ooze slurped me gold. I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. Did you dig out your gold? Silly fruit, she dug out me! And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Boruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Oh, please allow me to ask a question. What deal was that again? I get ye to Barovia, so ye could participate in your fancy bank vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. What cursed chests? Chests? Chests! Many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Everyone puts their cape. You know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. You can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could. Phenomenal. I could put on a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck for that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet, hosted by Lord Strut in Baruvia. For those who don't know, that's a reference to Lord Strahd in Barovia, with an A instead of an U. That's a popular D&D module. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding? Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. Evelyn. That would be her. Congratulations, are you still married? Of course not, I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Would that be your heart? No! I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all that I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps innkeeper? That's your name, right? Sure. You think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot into her villa again. Yeah, I think we can find an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle that I apparently know about? Deep past the Abyss of Dread, at the foot of the mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, the towers of the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with her life. But be wary. She bites. And she may be invisible now. I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you, and I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Inky, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Like the devs knew I was gonna do this and wanted to kill me for it. Maybe they did. I doubt it. Surely not. Oh, can I make the quest yet? Oh, they have a map. What's in the Highlands? The northern island of Ezoa. Known as the Highlands, is not part of the Republic of Ezoa, though they are prominent trading partners. The Highlanders are on friendly terms with the Zoans, but look down upon the Durians for giving up their sovereignty. Due to the White Mountains, the northern part of the Highlands is very difficult to traverse. It makes for great location for both survival training and sledding competitions. I'm going insane, or I saw a flash of lightning. Hang on, I have to check if it's raining outside. It is fully sunny outside. I'm losing it. Awesome. Even further to the north are several smaller islands in the cold and icy tundra. They formed their own small nation called the Cyrodiil. Not Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is Elder Scrolls. Cyrodiil Empire. Now gaze southwards towards the Highlands and their resources. And now, okay. Reading is difficult. What do you want from me? Can I make quests? Write the quests. Okay, hang on. We know those are all together. Ooh. Undead stuff. Okay, this is like ghosts undead. This is probably reanimated undead. And this is stuff about the Ashen Grove. And then this is all the, yeah. Vampire stuff. Hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever any of that means. And seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Lynn. Okay, so I'm not a furry, but we should probably focus on the drink. The drinks. The Frosted Lagoon. I want a Frosted Lagoon. I'm not taking a drink. I'm gonna have to pet Arndo again. Lovely. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till day full with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here, you were complaining about having to walk. My bad form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. My back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right, innkeeper! You have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. I might have some fire resistance in a couple of days. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of Chimera saliva for sun protection. Chimera, you say? Noted. A thing, a beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all. Made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Roscrim. Dearest Rhea, perhaps we could alter our deal? Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. But how do I access this accent? No problem, I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear a quest just for me? Let's leave it at 2. Say innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do ye perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. What is this accent? Should I stop doing it? I'm gonna keep doing it. Fuck you. Sorry. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real boy one day. Thanks. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Please stop calling me tasty. Right, new quest. Firstly, Wyvern Chimera. According to the Amaranthian Hydra, Chimera's hatred for mice is the universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? I see. Until sunrise, deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a Wyvern Chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use a rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast? The chimera, not the vampire. And bring back a bucket of saliva. Right, and then vampire saw his cape. Bucky vampire looking for his cape. Lost on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. At the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temptress of men. Be wary of invisible threats. Hey there, Evelyn. On a midsummer morning, mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper discovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware, she might be invisible. Give Andu some dirt. Sweep up. And, put out the candles for the night. How have I been doing this for over an hour so far? Act 1. The Wayfarer's Inn. Part 3. New friends and former enemies. 59th of the week. I shall be right back. For you see, I am busy. Hang on. Sorry, I just realized there's some stuff in the Tavern Teep Discord. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going now. Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm definitely not dying. Suspenders. Ow. I need to stop doing that, but it's just so fun to... Ow. Just like properly snap. Ow. It doesn't hurt that bad. It's more like a small shock, like a electric shock, kind of. Well, it doesn't feel like an electric shock, but like the pain of one. I'm gonna play more Tavern Talk. Oh, my shipment of infusions have finally arrived this morning, and I have access to some fey crystals and some frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Oh, Lynn! Fable! Oh, innkeep. A drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive? Thank you, I am. That seemed like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend. We ain't friends. You're not? That's a bit mean. So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. And what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I mean, choosing to ignore the dishwater comment and focus on the family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication? No, it was a feud. I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh! But no one died, right? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was gonna kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. The entire quest was to stop the werewolf, and he's still alive, and I feel that's a... I want an explanation as to why. Yes, thank you. I think he's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. Thank you, Fable. Now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about the beginning? Most things start there. Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Beginning of the quest, Fable. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregerin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out a bit there, and you can catch glimpses of the wild fields and vineyards. Pardon me. As well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. You have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I could see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says that I can't? So the quest. Just kidding. Anyway! Luckily, darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer. I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. Who was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage, and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely of their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? I ain't no werewolf. It wasn't that different. You're getting ahead of yourself, Fable. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a... What? The confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, please put down the sheep. As she asked, why? And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. So I asked, who are you, a guard? I was about to introduce myself when I heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps. I barely dared to turn around. I turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, flaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. Before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Lynn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding. Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? Oh, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print, just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon used to wear. That old... Hey, why can't I say that? What the... Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Of course, that's in the game. In the Twitch stream, I can say fuck all I want to. Yeah, nice try. Anyway, I was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. I was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yeah. Used to be my favorite uncle. Then he changed. Became irritable, angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. He had more about the moon than he did his own family. Usually he just left, ran away. Eventually he left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him, and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Anyway, I need a drink of water real quick. Just because of my throat, and definitely not because I've been drinking alcohol. Turns out his solution was to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible. Idiot. Did you work it out with your fists? Or fisticuffs? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How would you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand the half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would never have done that, of course. They must have believed me. They eventually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I think. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. They probably could have gone through you. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? The size of a steak. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? Oh, well. Anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Galen and the miscommunication feud. The feud? Sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. Had we had known, we would have helped him the best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof wolf. Full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any of the human things, or Vulcakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. Take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first, and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. It was good to see him again. Because a hug did feel better than a greatsword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Hideo got so obsessed with a cure he could barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure can change what he's done. But he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Because it won't be easy, no change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of warm trees. Played charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That's a reference to astrology. Sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moon. Moose. I agree, Kielin. Also, I'm sorry, I do have to take the suspenders off. They are kind of hurting my shoulders a little bit, but that feels honestly so much better. I've been wearing them like all day in preparing for this game to release. Ooh. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. Sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another? Exactly. Lynn, stop glaring at me, please. I like that. Thank you. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. I think they live here on something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did, Fable. I also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah. Something about it being for you and keep. Oh, really? Mind showing me what it is? Yeah. Not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Well... So a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Noted. I need to... I set the rules for the drinking game and I should not have. In case you've forgotten, the drinking game is take a shot every time you make a drink in game. And don't do this with anything over 20% alcohol. Because otherwise you will die. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Anyways, strength up. That's the Southern Brawler, isn't it? Yep, I'm learning already. I'm being quirky. Allow me to be quirky. Ta-da! Hang on, I'm feeling... I'm feeding Andu some intellect. Maybe he will eventually have some thoughts. He's such a good little boy. He's such a good little boy. I love Andu. I would die for Andu. Surprise! It's the only 3-strength drink I have at the moment. Not bad. You should do this professionally. Pretty sure I do? That's kind of running the tavern? I'll think about it. Mabel, what about you? Got something that will calm me down? Maybe bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike, back to my senses. I've had a stressful day, night, morning. Sequence of events. I knew it. I knew you'd want a swift strike eventually. I don't remember how to make the swift strike. Right, intellect, defense. Probably intelligence, defense. Intellect is a smarter word. Voila. Here you go. Thank you. Well, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Helen, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a town. It's depressing. I have extra rooms if you would like some. I also have my bedroom if you, if you wanna. No, stop. I have a room available. You can stay there. That's good. How much? I'll count it in payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yeah, I've been gone for a whole day. Need to get back and make sure everything's still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yeah, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did! It was scary and different from what I expected. I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. I wanna... Yes, very good job. Maybe you should order that drink more often, pay me more. I'm being a good person. Have you considered that maybe you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. If this wasn't my only adventure, I think this is just the beginning. I think you can do wonderful things. That'd be nice. You think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. Eh, you're right. Not cut out for that. I would just rather the world didn't need saving. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Kielin first. But I'd happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world. You have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or a sad one if things go wrong. Or both. I'm gonna head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. I suppose, oh. With the hood down. Hello. Good evening to you too. It's quests. I wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. I think I like this guy. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name? Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? Understood. No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically. Emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. She also might be invisible. I've heard rumors, whisperings. A strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. Her ex-husband has, though. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. If she was only here night. Yes. Like most vampires. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Would guess you look pretty dead below that. She's a vampire, Zephyr. Look, you had me at first, but like, come on, dude. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Look, do you want that quest or not? I'm not asking that. Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yeah, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside, or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land one way or the other. There's a grave, pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding on rotting flowers. They say death clings to our doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb to something still alive. Or for a goth. She is a vampire. Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief. It appears so. Would you like to meet the victim? He's just upstairs, being very eccentric. Do you not sympathize with that? Here is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. I'm going back and forth on Zephyr. I don't know if I like him yet. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed. You must live with the consequences. The consequences being... you? Exactly. Definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? I want to spruce up the tavern a bit. Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my town a little bit, you know, just spruce things up, add a little life there. Maybe something useful that doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? In a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious. Oh no, sorry, that's me. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd try something smaller, like a little trinket. My wall's still a bit empty if you ignore all the books and the other stuff. Where you're being serious. Absolutely. I want to spruce things up, spice things up. Memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink, then? I could do with one of those. Heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't even previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Money. I would like to see him try and tell a joke. I want to know his secrets. Go on, secrets. Go on. Go on. I have many. Grant me one. Just one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. That's not a secret. That does not count. You may not remember, because you barely noticed me in the shadows. Zephyr, honey, you are not that stealthy. You have the same arms, the same cape, the same speaking mannerisms. I was so stealthy. Spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. Actually, no, I didn't notice him watching me for hours. He was here, ordered a drink, and then left, from my point of view. You cleaned a lot of glasses. Served everyone with a smile. Looked so worried after that adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's fall. And you're swift with your hands and fast with a knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or some frozen pinecone. Frozen pinecones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually, for a bit. The duration is kind of unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of undead nature. Dude, you are so close to being, like, cool in my book. Like, so close to being the I'm straight but you just gotta have some extra brain cells in there, please! So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart, or her fangs on my neck. Although that does sound appealing. Okay, dude. Kinks to yourself. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. Outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility to help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful with how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape, so that I can mix the correct recipe. I think this is supposed to be the coaster shape. The 5 points on the left. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Hang on. Yeah, I think it does seem to be a rogue, so invisibility... He's also stealing stuff, so, you know, agility, you know, invisibility, defense, and intellect. He seems like he could use a bit more of. So I think I'll go with that. We'll go with the invisibility that gives intellect and dexterity. So just 2 bits of dexterity to get to 3, and then 1 little bit of defense. Voila. A swift strike with invisibility. You are welcome. I'm definitely not pouring my own drink now. I mean, could you imagine that'd be so irresponsible of me as a tavern keep? To be drinking every time my patrons do. Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear. Oh, fuck. Accidentally clicked out of the game. Garlic breath? Not quite. That's a good name. Can I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, innkeep. That's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Good one. Tastes like not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. Bread on its own is terrifying. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and as quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me. Goodbye, innkeep. I would pray the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Look, I'm a sucker for rogues, what can I say? Or for a bitter end. Oh! Good evening. Night? Early morning? Hello then. Oh! I'm taking this quest and a drink. I want to give her head pats. I want to give her headbands so much. Great, did you sleep well? Good. Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. Oh, your bed's just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. I think something strong will wake me up and keep me up too. It's not the Sailor's Courage, that was in the demo. It's the Southern Brawler. I've played the demo like 3 times. I know those drinks more than this one. Add a little bit of charisma. Add a little bit of defense. then we give Andu his hang on, yeah. He needs a daily helping of intelligence. It'll help him grow. I also need a daily helping of intelligence, apparently, because words are hard. Oh, right, something strong coming right up in front of you. And something not so strong coming right up in front of me. That was perfectly filled into my non-existent shot glass, because I'm not taking shots every time I make a patron a drink. Peachy. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kerlin. No. Shouldn't. Alright. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. Good luck. Do you need a bucket? I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You've just returned. It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. That's called boredom. I am a good friend of boredom. I know it well. Torture. Yeah, that too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. Could be taken out for long. Fair enough. You could be. I advise against it. Please don't. I won't. For the salivas for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. To be used by a vampire, yes. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? I don't think so. Like, I'm not a cleric. You should probably ask someone who is. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be the guardians by the protectors of the realm. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't the priest. You do a piss poor job. Hey, I do not piss on the poor. As a job. Sorry. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? You are trying to get a bucket full of saliva from a wyvern chimera. I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous, then. Ain't that either. And what is it, Kellen? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yeah, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. Seems like this is a great opportunity for... Seems like this is a great opportunity for you, then. It is. What's it about Guardians? Less about the Guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little bit about the Chimera. Got a dragon's head, right? But... Wyverns? But... They are technically different. Wyverns usually have 2 legs and then wings with claws on them, with dragons have like 2 legs, 2 arms, and then also wings. But I'm just being pedantic at this point. But yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. Let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragons' heads? They're cool. Yes! Yes! Finally someone who gets it! Finally! Yes! I love Kielin. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journey. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm's keepers themselves. Had a little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she... passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. I like to think she visited one of her dragons. One last time. I'm sorry, but your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest always feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. It was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones. Different varieties of scales. Even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. Would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will, and I hope you do. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good barber, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? I could listen to you for hours. But, very well. So, you like dragons? Hell yes, I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. Awesome, giant wings, scales, fire breath, or any elemental breath. They are awesome. Sorry. Yeah, fascinating. And magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. Honestly, I get it. I would love to be able to fly around. Like, I had a small book growing... Well, small. It was an A4 page, couple of pages wide. A book called Dragonology, which is just a bunch of fictional stuff about dragons with a few Easter eggs inside and puzzles to solve. I ate that shit up. I love dragons. Dragons are awesome. You can just ask them for the magic. Not sure about the wings, though. Have fun with that. I ain't a priest, either. Besides, I'm a warrior. I don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. Yeah, they are. Sorry, no. I'm an innkeep. He is a patron. This is a business transaction. No flirting. I'm not a furry. I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. You got helped by Fable. A little self-reliance don't either. Hard to argue with you there. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help, does it? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. No, that's not unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright. What can I get you then? I reckon a little boost for this body couldn't hurt. Yeah, so no. Not making the comments. Not doing it. Oh, they're a bit quick and toothy, so I need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe we're gonna outsmart it with the right play. I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? I can give you some fire resistance, a cold shield. Yeah, fire resistance could be very useful. Alternatively, I might be able to... Hang on. The infusions, right? The, yeah, frozen pine cone plus defense and strength. I don't suppose I have a defense one. See, I could give you defense and a frost shield. Alternatively, I could also give you strength and a frost shield. But I wouldn't be able to give you intelligence and a frost shield. What about the Phoenix Tree? Yeah. Yeah, fire resistance could be useful in a fight. Or dragons. You're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick, but my tricks are awesome. It's your job, figure it out. Fucking fine then. So now I have to figure out what choice to do. I'm leaning towards the intelligence because she went on about how her barber made friends with a bunch of chimeras, the Guardians, right? Made a bunch of friends with them, and so forcing her to fight one doesn't feel right in my heart. So I think we'll go heavy on the intelligence. That also boosts charisma, making her more likely to be able to talk her way out of things. That's 3 intelligence. And then also some for Andu. He needs his intelligence, okay? Just trust me on this. And also a pet for the good little boy. Ta-da! However, you know what this means. How have I been going for over 2 hours? I forgot how quickly time passes when streaming. I really did. That's on me, I suppose. Maybe I should stream more often. I could stream this tomorrow, but probably not with the drinks. I mean, I'm not drinking anything. Drinking is bad. Probably. I figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. I thought you didn't like my trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds, though. Sorry, no refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun seems to not take a break, even for vampires. Or maybe if sunbathe less, then might solve his problems. You are so right, Lynn. You are so right. When has an easy solution ever been fun? Like, all the time, me? What are you on about? Might not have been funny. I suppose it's not fun, but it gets the job done, which is arguably better in some scenarios. Maybe I'm just being pedantic, but like, come on. Good point. Let's see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I would like you to take it anyway. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Goodbye. Act 1. The Wayfarer's Inn. Part 4. Starlight Sonata. The 60th of the Wake. I love this game. I'm probably gonna have to stream it all. Oh, hello, a new person. Hey, Inky. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. Lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be a slight uproar. Like something's amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know? They do, indeed. Mondu doesn't, but I've been trying to feed him intellect to fix that problem. Anyways, hand over a drink, will ya? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. Hee I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. What I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Oh. Sorry, all those non-existent shots that I'm not doing are starting to weigh on me. Maybe I should stop. But I don't want to stop until I reach the end of Act 1. That could take hours. So maybe I stop when I reach Part 5. Sorry, Let me update the title a bit. Definitely not a drinking game. I spelled drinking wrong. I suppose that makes sense. I'm not exactly sober. Defense, right? Yep. Sorry, take a second. The other two didn't increase defense 3 times, so we are going to increase defense 3 times with the Frosted Lagoon. And no infusion was asked for, and so I'm not going to add an infusion. Add some strength. Add a bit of charisma. I need to drink some water real quick. Water is good for you, and you should drink it more often, and I think my voice cracked for a second there. But I think I'm beginning to be a little piddled, and so I don't really know for sure. Either way, Ardu needs his daily dash of intellect. And I've just realized it hasn't been daily because I've been feeding? Feed? I don't know a better word, so I'm going to say feeding him intellect every time there's a drink rather than once a day. But that's probably a good thing, right? Probably. Ding! A Frosted Lagoon. Liquid steel. Just a bit more digestible. May you enjoy your drink. Whilst I definitely don't have one of mine. Exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed, anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. Hang on. Okay, it's so interesting. On Detour, the Sunrise, the Ashen Grove, Traeger, and Zenith. Okay, so we're in the Northern Republic. Yeah, we're there. Moon Swamp. Oh, interesting. So that's where the Countess's mansion is. In the Moon Swamp. Or to the side of the Moon Swamp. So Fritzy here is heading from the Northern Republic straight probably through or past Zenith, past Tregorin, past the Ashen Grove, across the sea to Boreas, where the art convention is going to be. The Lonesome Lagoon is there, where we have something about, hang on, a banshee. But that was supposedly in the Ashen Grove, so I don't know how they're going to connect together. Interesting. Anyway, isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures, like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Him? No. Damn. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason I'm going to Boreas. That'd be Fable's reasons. You are so right. So right. You have no idea. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. I've always wanted to date one. Sure. Dope. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? Geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year, but the mornings are still a bit chilly. Ooh, a hot spring. I've been in a hot spring once. I had a trip to Japan once I finished my GCSEs, exams here in England. Oh, but the hot springs were so good. They were artificial, it was indoor. Like, still. Mwah. I get it. I get the hot springs. The geysers? You know, I kind of get that. You know, magical bursts of water from the ground. Could be a sight to behold. Fair enough. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. Sure, those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing a extra set of paints this time, so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely! How are the birds doing, apart from being in distress? What? The cinnamon green cheek conures are growing up to be a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along with you to the convention. Of course, as for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Yeah, that does seem like something they need help with. Speaking of which, I want to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay. I gotta hurry, else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention, and by that I mean I do mind. Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon. Yeah, see ya. Is that here? Oh. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's Fable. Good evening to you too, Fable. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day today? Did you? I did! I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. I told them about Caitlin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. She did seem happier. Do you have tea with the werewolves? Do you have any to spare? I like tea. I'm British. Do you have any tea? Of course. We had a grand time together. Okay, but do you still have some? I would like some tea. I am British. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Dare I even ask? Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. The code name for Penny in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Sorry. Spoilers. Just you don't care. That's been out for ages. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. They have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. She promised to teach me about that too. Interesting. I can't wait to see how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought, so well... What is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Kalen was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. I was going to get a gift. Can I have my gift? I like gifts. It reassures me that people actually care about me. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. I have set someone out to steal some because I like them too much. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagined it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. I get it. See, one thing I do know is that constellation up by the candles is actually a real constellation in our world called the Big Dipper. And supposedly you could take one of the stars in the constellation and then go directly up to find the North Star, which is supposedly used for navigation if you don't have any maps or GPS and stuff like that. I think it always points north. I'm guessing based on the fact it's called the North Star, but like, I think it could also be a Big Dipper. A Big Dipper? Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small. Do you think there's a world out there somewhere with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky? Wow. Yeah, imagine such a world. I bet it sucks. I bet it has, like, awesome fiction. Like, maybe a fiction where people can move things with their mind, and they have wars in the stars. Sorry, I knocked over a bottle of water. And it was actually water this time. Or maybe they have, like, a fiction. Like, really, just the best fiction you've ever seen of, like, what starts out as this young boy in a straw hat becoming king of the pirates and standing up to unjust governments. Of finding, like, one piece of treasure left. Sorry, this bit has gone on too long. I know it was two things, but it's gone on too long. There might be. Maybe the Big Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. Oh, I think this is a reference to Ursa Major, or it might be Ursa Minor. Different constellations in the night sky. You can Google them. You're an adult. And if you're not an adult, then you're not a brain-dead idiot who doesn't know how Google works. You can Google them. A bear? Ikib, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Yeah, I may or may not have been taking alcoholic drinks every time my patrons order something. Maybe I am dreaming stuff up. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? When you put it like that, it feels awfully confining. We're stuck on this planet we call Earth. Any attempts to leave it either ended decades ago or being spearheaded by an idiot. We were raised on stories that led us to believe we would be exploring the stars these days. And yet, we're trying our damned best to not tear each other apart. But we're surrounded by stars that are so much bigger than us. Fills me with a sort of wonder, you know? That even though we are tiny and insignificant, that just means there's so much left to explore in the universe. That there is so much left uncharted and to be discovered. That our future is so utterly unpredictable and can be filled with everything. It can be seen as depressing, but also inspiring at the same time. I'm a little too drunk. I do like to watch them from time to time, is what I'm trying to say. Also, supposedly, the night sky is so much better in places that don't have light pollution. I don't know, because I've always been in, like, towns or cities, but, like, I really want to see the night sky without any light pollution. Supposedly, that is, like, really bright and vibrant. Supposedly. I do want to check someday. I really do. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or primordial sea? I'm more of an astral sea enjoyer myself. That's surprising. How so? Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. Yeah, if that's okay with you, of course. It is, I'll write that all down for you. I don't believe in birth charts myself, but you know what? Good for you. You have hobbies, and... You know what? That's more than can be said for me. It's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Or jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We'll see, Fable. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Yes, please. God damn it. I will still have to make the rounds at the Grove later. So something that will keep me awake and agile would be nice. You think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? A swift strike. I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. Yeah. Come on. Sorry, I love this game. It's amazing. It's... Hell yes. More games like this, please. I will pay them double the price for a sequel. Like, I'm only 2 3/4-ish hours in, and I will pay double the amount of money I paid for this for the sequel. I only paid, like, 14 quid, because it's 10% off right now. Go buy it. Well, right now is in time that I'm streaming this, but, like, go buy it. It's awesome. It's, like, 17 quid at most. Petandu. And, yep, that's a Swift Strike. Coming on up. I love this. The vibes are immaculate. Oh, fuck. I almost forgot. They ordered a drink. So I'm definitely not having one of my own. I'm winking at you to imply that there is something other that I'm implying but not saying, and that what I'm implying is that I am actually taking a shot of peach schnapps, which is only 18% alcohol. Therefore, I'm following my own advice of playing the drinking game with alcohol under 20%. Question is, how many parts in an act? And do I go until Act 1, or Act 2, or until, like, the end of Act 5? Either way, ding. Here, your favorite and usual, a Swift Strike. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I am a genius. It has been said. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. Sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Greetings, Innkeep. Hello, Kyle. Someone is on your quest. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. Oh, I didn't. You sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. Are you sure about that? With winding paths and dark corners, anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack, I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Is it because you had your invisibility cape? Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose at finding such a youngling in. Not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I hope it does. I hope it does. I like the sound of that, yeah. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that'd be well deserved. Has the delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Not yet, and not ever. Shame that I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. You wanted the Southern Brawler. Because it looked red like blood. If only working in, like, you know, an actual bar was like this. You know, maybe I'm just going insane because I would make the best NPC in anything ever. But, like, only an NPC? I'm not main character stuff. I am a mentor at best, and, like, a complete side NPC at worst. I think. Give me a second. This was a mistake. Some faux blood for your bones to enjoy. Some faux blood for your bones. Full stop. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Ah, this is perfect, Innkeep. Where's the organ coming from? The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly tilted from the innkeeper's vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly, actually. We've set someone out to steal your cape and a trinket. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved, because, like, if my memory serves correct, you can, like, fully, yeah, traverse from the Northern Republic to the Moon Swamp. Although they did say they'd be there, and they'd be back to the Moon Swamp, and then back to us in, like, a day? So, like, how big is this map? Are these actually, like, really small islands? I'm thinking too much into this, but, like, I will gladly pay money for them to make this into, like, a D&D set, like a module, Turn this into a D&D setting, I beg of you. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. I really would. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to take the day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. I love the organ. It is pseudo-serious, which is still the opposite of kind. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad at this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. I shouldn't have to be telling you, a vampire, that the sun is bad for vampires. Right, I need sunscreen. It's in the works. We've sent someone else to do that. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would take anyone's heart dance. Make anyone's. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere. I felt so... Well, I felt a little lonely. I didn't feel so lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum cakes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my crepe. Oh, my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my Pskar recipe. I have no idea how to pronounce that, and I'm sorry. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh yes, you. Me? He asked me about you. Oh. Yes, said he's an old friend of yours. Was very curious about how's your inn's doing. I got a little too into character there. Who the fuck are they on about? Also, drama? Oh my, drama? I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. His name? How did he phrase it? deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious innkeep has found in his home of denial. That bodes poorly. Very poetic, if you ask me. I didn't. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, it doesn't. I'm afraid not. Too bad, he must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Yeah, maybe. Let's leave it at that. You want me to tell you... Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? You know, other than this weird person you found. Most certainly, I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat. And a crescent elder moon necklace, like the one outside the window. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet of you. Your friend bought a delightful raisin figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. He's not my friend. But I don't know anything about him, so we're moving on. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She's the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for such a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope we'll be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am. Though I wouldn't say no to the stocking up on more ingredients. And more friends. I do need a few of those. Ah, the refusal of change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the way, the astral moon, by the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also. Could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. And sweet as my blood. I have a lot. I'm sure you'll also have a lot. Allow me just a little taste, darling. I would hope you do have a lot of blood. It is very useful. It runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my Minelia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. Yeah, no, Kyle's got a point there. That reminds me, I've got a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me he would like to see you again. He said... What was it? Don't think too hard about it, Kyle. I'm sure it was nothing important if you forgot it. Of course, the letter. The letter. The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend. No. It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't a part of a private event. Someone's going to blow up the entire fucking town. I see the town out the window. Oh no. This is going to go poorly, isn't it? I was here for sweet little fantasy tavern game. Oh no. I think that'd be difficult to do with fireworks. What's going on outside the window? Where's the moon gone? I don't mean to interrupt, but what did that little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! Hello, little fireworks. That is not fireworks. The entire fucking town is ablaze. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. They're pulling down the stars. That's bad. Oh no. Act 2. Part 5. Picking up the pieces. The first of the astral moon. Is what we will do next time. It has been 3 hours and I am quite drunk and want to stop. So I thank you all for watching. And next time I will be more sober for this. Although I think I'm better off drunk. So maybe I shall continue this tomorrow. It depends on how hungover I am. But for legal reasons, I haven't been drinking. I can't use my mouse. Hang on. But until next time, see ya.